Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best. It's time to play our favorite game, What Pisses You Off? And with a whole list, here's Eric.
I'm going to keep the list short this week. I'm going to, people that piss me off, people that shoot the messenger. On the weekend, Steve Williams became the big story because him and Adam Scott paired up to win a tournament during Tiger's return to the PGA Tour. And a lot of people saying, obviously Steve Williams said some really dumb things and he came across as a real asshole. But I've had other people on Twitter saying, well, why would they even put him on TV? Who's interviewing a caddy? Don't blame Williams. Blame the media. Blame your colleagues for putting him in front of a microphone. Well, it was the story. The interview was warranted. David Faraday made a brilliant call there by being the first ever to interview a caddy after a guy won a tournament. And he got exactly what he was looking for, controversial comments that has everybody talking in the sports world for the next week leading into the PGA Championship. So don't shoot the messenger. The media did the right thing there. They put that guy in front of a microphone and he performed. So people who say that the media is at fault oftentimes don't have a clue what they're talking about. Stop shooting the messenger and realize that was just good TV.
And speaking of guys that can perform, here's Mike. That would have been a good transition.
Oh, I could have done a segue. Yeah. Sorry, I should have. Sorry.
I'm going to talk about baseball. Not that I'm a huge baseball fan, but every year I look at the standings, and we're just going through it. Baltimore's 25 games out. Houston's 27 games back. The Jays 12 and a half, but could win it.
People in Toronto very excited. Don't tell someone in Toronto that they're not going to make playoffs this year or next year.
Kansas City, always a brutal team since George Brett left, 12 games back, and Seattle, 14 games back. Now, the point is, if you remember the PCL and what they used to do, they'd break up their season in half. So if you were brutal out of the gate, you could get a fresh start. Now, it does a number of things. It creates more interest, and it can create more money for baseball because you just make more playoff teams and you make the races more interesting. Tradition sometimes is a bunch of crap. Sometimes you have to think in a modern way to advance the game. And I think baseball has to do that to make it more interesting. And the second thing, guess what it is?
Well, what's the PCL, first of all?
The Pacific Coast League. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah,
I
we
know
all
you
do.
like hockey.
Yeah,
And
go
golf.
ahead.
CFL. Wendy's, we know, and thank heavens you sponsor the CFL. But if I have to see those the one commercial that you make run 12 friggin' times a game, and if we're watching a doubleheader, you got it 24 times, I'm not going to buy your food anyhow. You guys are a huge company with a huge marketing budget, and you still make crap commercials. You were crappy when Dave was still alive, and you put him on every week. I know it's below the belt.
That was low.
But they're crappy commercials, and I don't want to watch them. The CFL it makes it look like a bush league when you run that one commercial. You're spending money with the league, spend some money, make several commercials. So we're not bored to tears every time we watch a CFL game.
And we'd be happy if Wendy's, if you were interested in spending money here at outlawsports.com.
Feel free to call us.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you on board. We're big fans.
We're big fans.
Yeah,
but,
love your
please,
work.
2 commercials, please. Tired of going to redneck barbecues? Well, you better call Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best. Great tasting food, clean and efficient service. Check us out online or call Rocky Mountain Barbecue.